Ty Schwartzlow here with HBC Sports Postgame with Courtney Euerle. Courtney, you were in foul trouble for a lot of that game. Take me through your perspective in this matchup.
This matchup, Bethel's a good team. We knew coming in they have good post play and some guards that can shoot. So then I just happened to get in some early foul trouble, but I mean, I wasn't frustrated at all with my team at all. They know exactly what they are doing, and as you can see, like, they handled it just fine.
Do you, in any way, maybe think it was a blessing in disguise, maybe for you to be off the court, get a little bit of rest, as well as let some of the younger players get some playoff experience?
I guess you could call it that, but I mean, I wish I was playing. I mean, I wish I didn't have those fouls. So it is nice when they can get a little bit under their belt, and it's nice that we're home, and like we had a great crowd, as you could see behind us, so it all just worked out.
Now the focus shifts to St. Thomas. How much does the last matchup, the last loss, come into play, if at all?
I think that, I mean, it's in our minds, but I think we just have to know that we beat them the first time too. So like they beat us and we beat them. So if we just stick with what our coaches have for our game plan, we should be able to be successful.
All right, final question. In the St. Thomas-St. Mary's rivalry, if you even want to call it that, how important is home court advantage?
It's huge. It's huge. I think that when we go there, it's always tough to play because of their fans, and when they come here, it's tough for them because they have to get on a bus like 2 hours, which they're not used to, you know, and come down here with our fans. So I think it's a huge advantage for us.
I'm going to squeeze one more, and I was blown away from the fan support. What was that like playing in front of this home crowd tonight?
Oh my gosh, it was so awesome. They've been behind us all year, but just to have them like all together at once come here, that was super fun. And we wish it was in spring break so they could come back, but it should be good.
Ty Schwartzlow here for HBC Sports alongside Darcey Rice. Darcey, everything seemed to be going right for St. Mary's here tonight. Take me in your perspective in this playoff victory.
We all just worked really hard and worked together. We played together, made the extra pass. Every time that we got on a run, it just seemed like it kept going, and it was really fun.
How much of a factor did playing at home and the home crowd have in just the momentum? It seemed like when you went on a run, everything seemed to be going your way.
Yeah, the crowd was amazing. Our bench is amazing, like always, and I think that we all just really fed off that, and it worked, and it was exciting. The
Bethel Royals have a couple of good post players that certainly present a challenge. Courtney Euerle gets a little bit of early foul trouble. Is there any doubt in your mind that Natalie Larson, Owani, and the rest of the gang would step up and maybe not fully replace Courtney, but it certainly wasn't a noticeable loss?
Oh, right. Our bench players and our subs are very good at coming and stepping up and taking in that role, and they've grown so much throughout this season, and I have total confidence in them.
All right, how much, moving on to the St. Thomas, you know you're going to play them here with a lot at stake. How much does the previous meeting in the cities come into your mind, if at all?
I mean, you think about it a little bit, but it's a new game, and it's the playoffs, and we're just going to play our hardest, and we know we can beat them, and we just have to come out, do what we do best, and play our game.
All right, final question. How important is it to have the home court advantage in this specific matchup?
I would say it's very important, and it's just nice knowing that we're going to be here. We don't have to travel or anything, and we'll have our fans here, so it'll hopefully help out.
Ty Schwartzlow here with HBC Sports alongside SMU head coach Mandy Pearson. Mandy, is this the best basketball your team has played all season?
You know, it was pretty good. We've had some games where we've played this well. I thought on both ends of the court we were very strong today. We followed the game plan very well. I think the most impressive part was us rebounding. You know, we knew that we needed to take away any offensive rebounds, and we did a very good job of that. One thing I would have liked to see us do a little bit better is not put them at the free throw line quite as much.
Talk to me about Courtney Euerle and her foul trouble early on. They obviously had a couple of good post players that provided a challenge. As a coach, what was your mentality in making sure that those post players didn't come back to bite you, especially relating to Courtney's foul trouble?
Well, actually, before the game, I'm going to blame Coach Basie. He said, what are we going to do when Court gets into foul trouble, or if she gets into foul trouble? But Bethel has some really strong inside players, and in our game plan, they followed it so well. You know, just defensively, our post players were in the right spot, and then because Rachel Perupski is such a force inside, you have to double her. Every team that she plays against does. And our guards were there doing a very good job of picking up in that area on the defensive side.
And now finally you get the MIAC championship game here at home against St. Thomas. What's the biggest challenge that team, very familiar to viewers around the area, perennial power, what's the biggest challenge they're going to bring in?
They're athletic and they'll play very physical. So we need to, and they're going to try and get us to rush a little bit and play faster. So we just need to be poised and play defense as best we can, rebound. And if we do those two things and can run the floor, I think we'll have some success against them. It should be a battle. It always is.
Poise was the key word I think you said there tonight. They executed the game plan perfectly. How much will that help you if the team is able to execute the game plan even close to the same level that they were against St. Thomas? Talk to me about how well they were able to really be coaches out there on the floor.
They were awesome. If we can do that every game, I mean, you saw how our season's gone. A lot of it is because of how much attention to detail our team, each individual on our team pays to the scouting report and just to knowing each other's strengths on the court. You know, they get all the credit for that. They do a phenomenal job of it, and if we can continue to do that, it'll be fun.
All right, you split the season, the regular season series, each team winning at home. How important is home court advantage in this St. Thomas-St. Mary's matchup?
It's just fun that this game gets to be down here. We don't have to get on a bus. You know, we're on spring break, so we won't have near as many fans as we did on Saturday as we did tonight. But, I mean, you saw the atmosphere. The fans were awesome. They gave us so much energy. I think that's a big reason why we didn't have any letdowns today. You know, the second that Bethel would start to make a run, that crowd would just go crazy, and we fed off their energy. And very thankful for that today. That helps a lot.